pictures are being released of other people that really had nothing to do with Epstein, but they're in a picture with him because he was at a party, and you ruin the reputation of somebody. So a lot of people are very angry that this continues. A lot of Republicans are angry because of the fact that it's just used to deflect against a tremendous success.
Donald Trump cannot go one day without reminding everyone, I don't want the files out. It makes me so mad that they're doing this. Dude, you guys did what, like, the best you could hope for. Okay, you release some files, but not a lot. You're breaking the law, so you hide a lot. And then of what you release, a lot's redacted. So you're basically breaking the law there too. They've already scrubbed out as much about you as possible. And they're releasing some files. It almost makes it look briefly like you're not doing a cover up. And Trump sees all that and then jumps out and says, no, this really teased me off. I don't want it to happen. So yeah, we're all super surprised. Donald Trump doesn't want it to come out for, nobody knows for sure why he wouldn't want full disclosure or anything. But his cover story is that he's worried about all of the people who hung out with Epstein and how their reputation might be damaged. So this is across all of the cover up, this is the only source of empathy he has had is for the friends of Epstein. Victims, screw them. I'm not even gonna bother to mention it. But for those who hung out with Epstein and maybe did stuff, maybe not, maybe not, he does have a little bit of empathy, including supposedly one specific person. Take a look.
I think it's terrible. Look, I like Bill Clinton. I've always gotten along with Bill Clinton. I've been nice to him, he's been nice to me. We've always gotten along, respect him. I hate to see photos come out of him, but this is what the Democrats, mostly Democrats, and a couple of bad Republicans are asking for. So they're giving their photos of me too. Everybody was friendly with this guy, either friendly or not friendly, but he was around, he was all over Palm Beach and other places. But no, I don't like the pictures of Bill Clinton being shown. I don't like the pictures of other people being shown. I think it's a terrible thing. I think Bill Clinton's a big boy, he can handle it, but you probably have pictures being exposed of other people that innocently met Jeffrey Epstein many years ago, and they're highly respected bankers and lawyers.
Yeah, just a reminder to all the people who are like, Trump's like our populist king. This dude loves all these elites. Oh, they're highly respected. They're so much better than you swine. You goddamn peasants. You don't understand how awesome our bankers are. And we're always partying. Yeah, we party with some pedophiles or whatever, but that's just the cool parties that we do. Anyway, and also he's pretending that he just met Epstein. Just met him. Just flew on his plane 8 times or whatever. Just partied with him for years and years and years and years, just met him or whatever. He has had more social engagements with Jeffrey Epstein than I've had with my best guy friends going back a decade or whatever. And he casts him aside. But this is about Clinton, so he's always gotten along with Clinton. He's always loved Clinton, And Clinton's such a big boy, reminding me some of the earlier stuff that came out of the Epstein Files or whatever. He's always had respect for him though. I don't know, we remember when he brought the Bill Clinton accusers to the Hillary Clinton debate. Also, if you love him so much, you're pretty brutal to his wife there. Pretty awful. But no, it's ridiculous. It allows him to pretend to be concerned about other people when he is only concerned about himself. Now, what's interesting about all of this is Bill Clinton is in the photos, and Bill Clinton doesn't necessarily look great with all that is coming out. And there's much more obviously that could, but he would have you believe, Bill Clinton, that they actually do want full disclosure. He's not like Trump. Trump wants this thing done, cut it all off. Bill Clinton put out this long statement saying, we want everything to come out. Specifically, anything having to do with Bill Clinton, release literally all of it. And look, I don't know if Bill Clinton did disgusting stuff. It's Bill Clinton, so I'm not gonna rule it out. But he's at least projecting confidence here, saying, I don't want anything redacted. I want it all to come out, and that will prove that I'm innocent. And that is not how Donald Trump is acting in this. Donald Trump is saying, I don't want anything to come out. I haven't wanted any of the stuff that's come out over the past few months to come out. And so anyway, so that's the limited empathy that we have. Donald Trump, though, has some anger as well, and not for Epstein, not for Ghislaine Maxwell, loves both of them. They're great to party with. Great taste in women, but he does have anger for somebody. Take a look.
Guys like Massie, who's a real lowlife, whose polls are down to about 9%, by the way, in the great state of Kentucky. If you look at Kentucky, Kentucky is such a great place, but I don't know, they've got a couple of people in there that are very strange in terms of leadership, but Massie's a loser, and he likes it, and that he works with the Democrats. He's just being used by the Democrats.
So yeah, he's mad at somebody. Who? The person who wants full transparency, full disclosure. Surprising. And of course, Donald Trump, prior to getting into office, talked for years about like, why are the Democrats hiding this? They should release everything. Oh, QAnon, QAnon, QAnon. Then all of a sudden, anybody who's doing the same thing that Donald Trump himself was doing more than a year ago is a bad guy, a loser. Get him out of the party. Weird how that works out. And Thomas Massie has responded, saying Trump is blaming me for a bill he eventually signed. Again, Trump wanted credit for signing it at the time, even though he didn't want it to pass, while defending his banker friends, Bill Clinton, and innocent visitors to Rape Island. Meanwhile, Bondi is working fervently to redact, omit, and delete Epstein files she is legally required to release under our bill. And he also posted this old JD Vance tweet where JD Vance is like, why are they hiding all this Epstein stuff? And of course, JD Vance is not pushing for transparency now. He's just making a play for the neo-Nazi vote for 2028. He's busy with that, I guess. So anyway, we've got some files, Sharon, more than we had last week at least. A lot of it's redacted, although interestingly, as some people have discovered, the government is so utterly incompetent that a lot of these files are pretty easy to unredact because they didn't actually delete the information on it. So if you just go into like Adobe Acrobat, you can actually still search for the stuff that's redacted. So they are just comically inept people. But what do you make of all this?
Well, and I'm not computer savvy at all, but even I knew that. I mean, this is what our tax dollars are going for. First of all, it's amazing that the vice president, he really is a brilliant guy because he has so many balls in the air and he can just do this and that. And over here, he's with the Nazis, and over here, he's at the Epstein crowd. And it's just, it's amazing stuff. I think that Pam Bondi is sweating, and that's what she gets because as they seek to bring her up on charges, I'm not even sure her boss would go ahead and give her a pardon for disobeying the law here. But it's what she gets because anybody who's close to this guy who hates, people being used apparently, the Massie's being used by the Democrats, needs to understand that they're being used and that he has no loyalty as they do all kinds of yoga positions and twist themselves into pretzels to defend the indefensible. It's a beautiful thing to see, except that I want the victims. There's no such thing as being made whole when you've been forced into this kind of trash, disgusting, inhumane behavior. But I want what they want. And keep going, Ro Khanna. Keep going, Massie, on this one.
No, 100%. Yeah, the idea that he's being used. Thomas Massie is getting attacked by the president for being one of the few Republicans who said it before and meant it and is saying it now and means it.
Yeah.
He's being consistent, and that makes him a pariah in the Republican Party. Because, and if you're a MAGA person watching this, he never meant it. Oh yeah, he retruthed your QAnon memes. He didn't want to actually uncover the elite sex networks and everything. He was using you. He was using you as a sheep. He thought it was silly and ridiculous that you cared about this stuff, and he pretended to care about it. He's not going to uncover the elites. He's an elite. He loves the elites. Who do you think's gonna be in the ballroom? All of the elites, not you. He doesn't want them to go to jail. He loves them. He loves the bankers. He loves the donors. When are you gonna wake up to that?